Namaste. So I am Swastik. I am currently a postdoc at University of Milan, and I recently completed my Ph.D. from Indian Institute of Astrophysics. I am from West Bengal, and I did my schooling mainly from northern part of West Bengal, and did my bachelor's from Scottish Church College, University of Calcutta, and I also did my master's from University of Hyderabad, and then I joined IIA around 2018 July, and then finally finished my Ph.D. Well, I had a fantastic time at IIA, to be frank. IIA provides a lot of opportunities, especially in terms of collaboration as well as telescope time and supercomputing facilities. In terms of quality of life, it's one of the most highest ranked institutes I feel in India. I had a great time here. I spent a good amount of time with my fellow colleagues, friends and all. I also used to stay in their hostel, which is named at Vaskara, and the atmosphere is fantastic. We celebrated different events out there, from Onam to Freshers to Diwali and Dasera. So it was a very nice time overall. And also, like in terms of professional experience, there's a lot of things that are happening, and that actually helped me as a researcher to understand different aspects. Overall, to conclude, my life at IIA overall was really nice, and I'll miss such life. So my research mainly followed the planet formation timeline in the galaxy, mostly in our own Milky Way, and how different planets, what's the epoch of planet formation, meaning to say when did the small planets started to form and when did the giant planets started to form. So that was the primary part of my research. But I found it like that giant planet hosting stars are mainly young. They belong to a young population, and they have formed in the last like around 5 to 6 giga years from now. But whereas the small planets, we see that they have been there throughout the galaxy. That's an interesting finding, meaning to say that planets like Jupiter and all, they are like very new and recent in our galaxy, whereas Earth-like planets are more common and they have been there throughout. The other part of my research mainly focused on like looking into individual systems such as leak calcium 15 and all. This I did with the help of my collaborators at ESO, which also has a telescope which can probe such systems. We were targeting to detect new exoplanets as well as the protoplanetary disk in the system. So my main research highlights, I would say, is like to investigate planet formation, looking into individual systems as well as looking into the broader picture in order to understand more about planet formation. The research or the journey doesn't end here, it's just the beginning, and it will all converge to a point where we find Earth-like habitable planets. Not only that, also the main goal of finding life outside our solar system. So the long-term goal of my research is, of course, to find Earth-like planets using high contrast imaging. I think that's not my only goal. That has been goal for a lot of exoplanet scientists out there, finding Earth-like twin somewhere. And that's once we find that, that would answer a lot of questions, not only about our own existence, but also it will help us to understand how life actually on Earth evolved. To put on shorter perspective, I'll be targeting young systems which are around 150 million years of age and located in the nearby star forming region, and to see if we can find Earth-like planets or even Jupiter-type planets. So that is my short-term goal, but the long-term vision, let me make it clear, the long-term vision is actually to find life as well as Earth-like planets. So that is where I'm looking forward, and I hope I or some of my colleagues or peers would definitely find Earth-like exoplanets someday. Right now, the main goal that main focus of my research is going to be on a L-band imager IRIS. It's a new instrument, and it's like kind of first in the world in some sense. With its current capabilities, there's no instrument that can compete. The team currently has guaranteed time observations on this, and we are going to look and search for planets, Earth-like planets. That's our primary goal, and we would also be looking into different wavelengths using ALMA as well as radio observations in order to find new planets. So my main goal is right now to detect Earth-like planets during my postdoctoral journey, and I hope we'll be able to find some. Well, my advice to juniors is, firstly, eat well, sleep well and drink well. That's very important. You should take care of your health. It's very necessary to be a good researcher. You should take care of your health. That's the first thing. You should research should be the priority, but the point is like one should also take care of their health. Secondly, while coming to core specific research, one should focus on the basics, mainly the high school physics that one has learned, the classical mechanics, the atomic physics and all. That's very important. Because without having depth in the field, there's no way you can actually do good research. Thirdly, I would suggest like you should take a problem which interests you. It should not be just merely publishing something which which you do not have interest at all. So if a problem is interesting, if it excites you, then you won't feel the stress or burden as such. You'd find it interesting. It's just a daily life challenge in their way. So I think that's important. And then again, it's the most important thing again I would like to reiterate is like to take care of your well-being. Don't overstress, and just focus on the basics. Be honest, be consistent with your work. Hard work is important, but consistency I think is more important. If you're not consistent, but being no matter how much hard work you do, you have to be consistent. You have to put the same effort throughout your research, and then only you can be a good researcher. So yeah, enjoy research. It's not a burden or anything. You have to, and that's the only way you can progress in research. It's not like any other job. So that's my suggestion, and I hope all of you who are watching this would do good in their life, and my best wishes to all of you. Thank you.